Okay, jumping into another game of a Legionary's life. I have gotten these rolled for me. I do kind of scuzz that way. I like to get good stats to start off with. Strength is really important for me. I can get up the other ones pretty good, just as long as. Actually, you know what? We're gonna roll through this just a little bit more here. Um, See, I'll take that much more than the other one, and then just boost up these stats below here. So let's get into it. I think that's what we've been using. We have a bunch of points to distribute. I've been playing this for a little while. I like to get everything up to baseline. When it starts to cost 100 points, then we leave it alone, and we see what we have left. Go. Let's go buy our equipment, make sure we have enough. Okay. And then we can give the rest to us in gold. Okay. Let's go. The first war lasted for over 20 years. I'm not going to read all this. I have read it all 100 times. You are more than welcome to pause it and read each one. This is also about the Punic Wars, which my other video series I'm doing with Nemesis of the Roman War. No, sorry, Nemesis of the Roman Empire. I'm also doing the Punic War version, the Punic War campaign, in that one. But we'll be playing the Roman side of it in this game, whereas in the other one we play. Actually, we're playing the Roman side of it as well. The game is theoretically focused on Hannibal because it's Nemesis of the Roman Empire, but you do play as the Romans through the Punic Wars. All right, so here we are just in a training camp, and what we are going to do, which I have found to be the best, is just alternate and okay, scaling the walls. We have pretty good stats. Our awareness is a little low, but strength, endurance, quickness. Where's my? Yeah, that's all good. I thought we had agility here, but quickness is probably agility. One by one, the men ahead of you sprint towards it and start climbing. Very soon it's your turn. So we have good stats. Let's be nonchalant and confident. Our awareness, though, we have low awareness, 57. Okay. Your overconfidence and lack of attention betray you when you suddenly miss a step. Instinctively, you attempt to recover and fail miserably. Holy moly, I've never gotten this before. In all the playthroughs, I have never gotten that. Losing 25 health. Wow, the army's discipline is of utmost importance to the proconsul. Endless grueling marches like this are not uncommon. This is going to test our endurance. We have 81. You have been on the move for hours with many miles to go before you can camp. The man to your right looks exhausted. His water ration is already gone. He won't last much longer. We will obviously give him some of our water because thirsty's thirsty. He looks thankful. His thankful looks is more than 1,000 words. We have some good stuff happening because of that. Even with so little water, you manage to carry on until it's time to camp. Good endurance check. This isn't giving us too many good results. So javelin, we're increasing. We're healing, that's why our morale is going down. During marches and drills, you're always dynamic and full of energy. So that's good. Our opinion is increasing by the troops and the centurion. Proconsul comes later, and this will help us later in the game. But right now, it's going to work on our javelin practice and our swordmanship to get those. Here we go. Your physical prowess gives you a significant advantage in gathering firewood. You regularly perform better than average and even remedy your comrade's shortcomings. So that's strength and endurance. Your opinion has increased. Very good. So once we start doing this too much, we'll see our morale start to... It's going down as is. We already have low morale because of falling and cheese. So we're gonna lose quite a bit here. We should be getting our sword, which is 42, and our javelin 33. We should be getting them up a little bit quicker than what we're going to here, since I've never fallen from the ladder ever. And I've played this game probably 35, 40 times. The camp bursts into activity as the whole army prepares to leave. You march south. And we are headed for New Carthage, the capital city of the Carthaginian colonies. It's a daring move and very risky. However, several days later, we reach our destination. The closest army is about 10 days' march from here. A long siege is out of the question. You'll have to take New Carthage by storm. You glance at the city walls. Strong stone walls. The thought of fighting your way up there makes your stomach churn. It's not hard to think you may be looking at the place where your days will end. Okay, here we go. The next morning, your maniple is among the first to move out of the camp and reach the plain right in front of the city. There's possibly 1,000 men and the city militia. You look ahead, the city gate is wide open. A screaming mass numbering thousands leaves the safety of the walls, quickly closing the gap with your partially deployed first line. Judging by their scant equipment, they must be militia. Here we go. Into the thick of it. When the other side's at the right distance, you prepare to hurl your first javelin. Let's check our javelin skill. 35, we're just going to throw it into the enemy ranks. All right, good throw. We don't know what we threw it or what we hit, but good throw. All right. We're going to throw our second javelin. We missed. And let's see. I haven't played this game in a while, so let's... He doesn't have any torso protection. So we'll just hack at his torso until we miss. That's the... Torso's the golden spot if they don't have any armor for good reliability to hit and decent damage. So anywhere else, the groin, 1.5, 2. So we could go for, what is this, the headshot, and they don't have a helmet. We can go for a head. Bam, 27. It's great, minus 25, but they did recover. So it is an over 50% chance. We'll go for it again. They missed, and let's finish them off. Very nice. Here's Spite again. Here they come. We'll attack. We'll take another headshot. We got him. Great. As long as he doesn't get a chance to recover. Yeah. But there's us too. Well, we're still at 50%, so we'll take another one. And we'll keep it. There we go. Recover. The situation is shifting. You won't be able to face the current enemy for much longer. That is fine. Quick feint. Let's see if we get one more attack in. Got him. Now this is definitely not how this game goes when you are playing your first 10, 15 playthroughs. I remember getting pretty annoyed at this game, wondering what I was wasting my time on. For a brief moment, you stare at the bodies. In the ensuing chaos, you barely have time to think about your first kill. Now, I didn't meet defense, weapon, and strength and conditioning. Really? Strength and coordination? Maybe constitution? Maybe my health is low still. The rest of you will storm the city walls. Okay. So I'm going to do my best to help the Centurion. My awareness is low, though. Quickness and coordination are kind of low. I'm going to... Let's yes, quickness, coordination, and awareness. All right, health decreased by 9. Health decreased by 6. The commanders resist the defenders. They move to the top. At least the Centurion has noticed your intrepid effort. All right. The cacophony is unbearable. Hold on one second. Okay. Suddenly the noise begins to dwindle and fade. Can't believe what you are seeing. Hundreds of Roman legionaries are running along the top of the wall, coming from the north. How did they get here? Anyhow, the Punics are melting before them, leaving the battlements unguarded. In the end, your allies reach the gate and open it, letting in the bulkier legions. So we tried, and 45 out of 60. We lost a good amount of health here. You follow your maniple into the city streets. Your orders are very clear. Secure the city by killing everything in there. Your thoughts are interrupted when a small number of militiamen stand in your path. Alright, he has a helmet on, so we'll have to, can't go for the head. It's under 50, so there's really no point, but we'll take a torso shot. They missed. We'll hit again. Failed their recovery, we'll hit it again. Don't need a soft spot. Back to the torso. Drop him down. That was quick. You look at the militiamen's lifeless body. Quick thoughts flickering through your eyes. Pity. Drafted into service, forced to fight to defend his home. It does ring a bell. You wonder about the people waiting for him at home, never to see him come back. Sad. An officer yelling out orders brings you back down to earth with a bump. You move on. You keep marching along the streets. Ain't that how it goes? As it's custom, looting is strictly prohibited. Stick to the rules. New Carthage is captured, but 500 mercenaries from the garrison are still holding the citadel. The proconsul is looking for volunteers for an assault onto the last bastion. He is throwing in more than a doubled loot share. The mercenaries are nothing like the militiamen you have been facing until now. They may not be the enemy's best troops. They wouldn't have been left here if they were, but they are still professional soldiers. Only the most experienced legionaries are volunteering. No one would blame you if you backed off. We're going to back off. I just would like to have some more stats before we would do that, which we can definitely have more of these stats if we play the cards right earlier in the game. After a brief but intense struggle, the garrison surrenders. New Carthage has fallen. For the first time in so many years, a change in the tide of war appears within grasp. Alright, got some money. Base of operations. Got a bunch of increase. This is very valuable because this is minimum 15 clicks in camp, and that's if you get one every single time. So that's very valuable, and that's another 3 clicks. Very valuable. And we got promoted. Very good. So we're fully healed. We need to get swords almost to 50. We need to get our shield up. But let's go Constitution, quickness, and coordination workouts. So Constitution, quickness, and coordination. Quickness, strength, coordination. A handful of legionaries is about to have a small javelin contest at the practice yard. There are 9 participants, none of them veterans. My javelin's 41. You hand the money over and walk in front of the target. It's a good start. It was close. Oh, okay. Alright, well, we tried. Speaking of that, might as well. Javelin. Solo. So you feel like your progress is slowing down, though there's still significant room for improvement. So this is where our opinion of the troops come in handy, because when we want to train, we want to spar with anyone. But if we want to spar with people who are good or best, most of the time no one's available because you're not well liked enough. So you got to start small. Here's the foraging minigame. You're put in charge of a small forage party and sent out to collect supplies. And this does look a little odd because of, I think I have my resolution set to something a little higher than what it should. So we go to these villages, we can collect, or as you see, as we walk, little grain sacks will become alright. Available. Okay, we can get ambushed at any time, anywhere. I think walking through the trees. As you approach the village, a hail of stones greet you. So we're going to try to capture them without bloodshed. Slowly entice the villagers out of their position. Does not go. There we go. Well, he's dead. In we go. All well and good to negotiate before you kill one of my guys. After that, there's not too much we can do here. Put you down. I do apologize. Do not take any pleasure in this. You have, I think, a baseball bat. Club. You have a club. So, let's get this over with. Thank you, sir. Okay. You have a axe. Down you go. I apologize. Yep, more like a butcher than a soldier. Okay. Could have just given us the supplies in the first place. Now we don't have a full... There we go. Let's fish. A skilled fisherman. And we are good to go. Let's make it back. Boy, I'm making a meal of this, aren't I? There we go. And our opinion and morale is increased, and we have some bonus stats for, I think, either doing this well, hitting all the villages. I'm not sure what the criteria is to get that. Sometimes I don't get it. Tonight you dream about a vaguely familiar place. You are surrounded by an olive grove, and smoke is rising from a large city on the horizon. Close to your left, a path leads down. Where exactly, you can't say. Let's move towards the city. A few steps, and you're walking through the city streets. This is Rome. You look around. Your house is not far from here. Corpses are scattered wherever you go. Some you recognize, others you've never seen in your life. A coppery stench is everywhere. In the distance, you see your family being brought away in chains. A despair stronger than anything you ever felt transfixes you. This is... You wake up. It's still dark and all is silent. What you saw would only happen if you fail to stop the Carthaginians here. You will not fail. Nobody expected you to take New Carthage, and yet you did. You fall asleep once more. A dreamless sleep. Excellent. We need to go relax or we're getting stressed. Not really sure what does that the most, but I don't have enough money to buy anything good yet. Your group bumps into a party of Catarai. As they close in on you, they get ready to throw their iron javelins. What's our jab skill? 44. We'll throw ours first. The one in front of you is forced to defend himself, missing the time for his throw, and then we close in. So let's toss our javelin. Good hit. And let's throw a torso shot. There we go. They hit me back, that's okay. Down they go. Close. Unable to break you, the light troops withdraw and disperse. Alright, let's get a little more practice in, and let's move on. It's been over a year since the capture of New Carthage. The Carthaginians have failed to respond properly, hindered by rivalries and lack of cooperation among their generals. After winter came and went, Proconsul Scipio sent you on the move once again, marching against the closest enemy army. Led by Hasdrubal Barca, one of Hannibal's brothers, the Carthaginians are holding a high two-step plateau near the town of Bacula. A fine defensive position indeed. Dislodging them seems like a hopeless task. The Proconsul must know what is clear to everyone. The longer you stay here, the higher the risk that the remaining two armies will come and crush you. The wait is nerve-wracking, and at last the dreaded order. The assault begins. Apparently, your skirmishers, the Velites, will have to engage the enemy light infantry holding the lower plateau. Picked units of heavy infantry are ordered to support them. Your maniple is one of the lucky ones. In grim silence, you set out to climb the slope in front of you. It doesn't take long before a shower of missiles pours down on you from above. Our defense checked, but you are unscathed. Suddenly, the man on your immediate right stumbles. We're gonna support him or keep him going. Wait, support him before he falls or keep going and let him fall. We are gonna support him. We are strong. See? Strength. You grab a hold of him and help him stay on his feet. Your opinion has increased by 3. When the next volley comes, you are thankful that his shield is there to protect your right flank. You are almost there. A unit of Livian light infantry is waiting for you at the top. When the other side is at the right distance, you prepare to hurl your first javelin. We're at 45. Let's see if we can pick off a specific target. You take aim, and we miss. As the other side gets closer and closer, you steel yourself for the incoming fight. So the enemies have the high ground. Your max stance is penalized by the adverse conditions. So -10 to our stance here, which lets us attack and defend with accuracy. So let's throw our javelin. We're going to miss it and get a penalty for missing it. So we do need to recover, which we failed. Now that they're at the same, let's see what sort of options we have. Not very good ones, so let's throw a feint. They are going to recover. We shall recover as well. Sometimes you just gotta wait for your opening. Nice. They're gonna get the recover. Come on. There we go. And let's get a shot. There we go, and another one. There we go. One more. Nope. Couldn't flip the penny that many times. Let's go for a lucky one. Nope. I would have kept going until we hit him too. The brief lull in the fighting allows for your centurion, gives a signal to rotate. So we get to rest. And then once back into the front we go. Let's close in. I think, is it my quickness? I keep missing my turn. Whenever it spins, that means that something, either he's too quick or I'm too slow, and I miss my turn. See, you're messing up now. He doesn't have a head covering on. Would have preferred you to try and strike, but that's okay. Okay. There we go. Let's take the attack. I like it when they trade with me instead and we all get nice and low on our stamina bars. There we go. That's why I like that. Seems like I normally win those. There we go. Let's put them down. Wow. Come on. I don't want to give him free damage if we're just gonna end the round here. Despite your efforts, the enemy formation is tenaciously holding its ground. You are under too much of a disadvantage here. You slowly step back and then start throwing stones at the defenders, trying to harass them and keep them under pressure. The standoff goes on for a long time. Then the impossible happens. At first, you see the flanks of the Carthaginian line fall into chaos and collapse. Soon, the effect ripples through the center. Roman units have surrounded your opponents on both wings, the enemy defensive line dissolving under their advance. Many are taken prisoner, but in the meantime, The bulk of Hasdrubal's force. The bulk of Hasdrubal's force manages to escape. At last, you're ordered to plunder the enemy camp. You set to task with renewed enthusiasm. The enemy camp is a bit of a disappointment. It looks like the Carthaginians were able to take most of their valuables when they retreated. We're going to stay with the large group. While searching, your squad bumps into a small group of men and women. They are a dozen of so, some rather young. They look like and sound like the Celts, probably slaves captured by the Carthaginians during recent campaigns. They must have been left behind when the enemy retreated. You must be careful, for they have even managed to find weapons. The tension rises, partly because of language difficulties, partly because they're afraid of being made prisoners again. Many of them are holding on to their weapons awkwardly. Should it come to violence, there's only one way this is going to end. You are the highest ranking legionary present. Try to quiet things down, give the order to attack, or let things run their course. I am going to give the order to quiet things down. I don't think we need to let our men, if we're not one of the men. We are a Thesaurus, so we're going to keep things under control. Charisma check, 60, passed it. You have little difficulty in keeping your men in check. At last, the slaves lay down their weapon and turn themselves in. There's little more you can accomplish here. Hasdrubal is heading north, intent on crossing the Pyrenees with the remnants of his army. The proconsul refused to pursue him, and many of the troops are frustrated with his decision. Including yourself. Boy, I am not very smart, huh? The Carthaginians you've captured are sold into slavery, and the revenue is shared among the troops. Scipio orders the Celt prisoners to be released. This will help secure more allegiances with the local tribes. Very cool. Among them, the slaves you rescued in the abandoned party. And that helped our proconsul rating, which is pretty hard to get to move at all. So, pretty cool. All right, that's another 12 clicks. But we didn't do so well in the last battle. We only wounded one Libyan light infantryman, so. But right here, we are going to go ahead and call this a stop. We are a little bit of the way through part 1. Yes, this accidentally clicked on the help. And we will pick this up in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.